Let your food be your medicine, and your medicine be your food, advised Hippocrates more than 2000 years ago. An alluring notion, to be sure, and certainly a sensible one given that food is the source of all of the components that make up the human body. But the famous Greek physician dietary prescriptions were hampered by a lack of understanding of the chemical complexity of food and the intricacy of human physiology. Throughout history, advances in nutrition came about more or less through chance discovery. Jacques Cartier's second voyage to the New World in 1535 is a typical example. Many of Cartier's men came down with scurvy, a potentially deadly ailment for which the French explorer had no solution. But the Iroquois did. These people of the First Nations of North America show the sailors how to strip leaf from a white cedar trees and boil them into a tea that was rich in vitamin C. Today we know why drinking the tea had an almost miraculous effect. Scurvy is caused by a lack of vitamin C, which is present in cedar but was almost non existent in the explorer's diet while at sea. But the 20th century researchers had discovered a number of links between diet and health. In addition to vitamin C, it became clear that 12 other vitamins, a host of minerals, and a proper blend of carbohydrates, fats, and protein were required to prevent deficiency disease. Then, as such deficiency diseases were eliminated, at least in the developed world, researchers began to shift their attention to tackling the modern plagues of heart disease, cancer, and obesity. Information accumulated quickly, and the final edition of Foods That Harm, Food That Heal, published in 1997, was able to make concrete recommendations about which food to eat and which to avoid. Since then, nutritional research has exploded, allowing us to fine tune our recommendations and offer new advice. North American waistlines have expanded dramatically in the last few years, necessitating a fresh look at various weight loss programs. So, in this updated edition, we examine low carb diets and investigate new findings about the glycemic index of food. But of course, there is more to life than weight control. Recent research has used epidemiological study, laboratory experiments, and clinical trials to tease out information about certain components of food and help determine which one fight disease. We discovered that lignans in flaxseed may reduce the risk of certain cancer, that beta glucan in oats lower cholesterol, and that omega-3 fats in fish fight heart disease and maybe even depression, as well as yeast allergies and inflammation related arthritis pain. Lycopene, the red pigment in tomato, can reduce the risk of prostate cancer, and sulforaphane in broccoli has decided anti-cancer properties. In the wake of new research finding, food itself is changing. stenol isolated from pine tree and being added to some margarines to reduce blood cholesterol, inulin from chicory, which foster the growth of beneficial bacteria in the digestive tract, is sometimes added to foods such as yogurt, and some eggs now contain omega-3 fats. On the other hand, we have also learned that hydrogenating fats introduces undesirable trans fatty acids into our food supply, and that many dietary supplements may not live up to the hype that surrounds them. Numerous food and health questions arise every day in our life, and the information available is often confusing. Are artificial sweeteners safe? Can specific foods control the symptoms of menopause? Does sugar make children hyperactive? Is a glass of red wine a day good for us? In this book, we address all of these issues, give you the most recent scientific findings, and make practical dietary recommendations that everyone can understand. As our population ages and medical and drug costs soar, it is becoming vitally important to learn how to avoid and treat various problems through the best food choices. Many experts have shared their view about such choices here and have ensured that the reader will be armed with the most up-to-date information about foods that harm and foods that heal. Alright, I have finished reading. Thank you.